Go ahead.
We are?
Now we're live.
Now we're live. Welcome back to CeleTake Podcast, episode 5.
Let's go.
Sir. If it's the first time joining us, this is a podcast where we talk everything and anything Cele Nation. I'm your host, E. Next to me is the league owner and co-host, Mike himself.
Yes, sir.
Now, to join us, we got two dudes from the league. On my right, Matt, the guard for La Familia, making himself as a name.
Yes, sir.
As one of the top shooters in the league. We got Ryan in the building, debut on the pod.
Shout out La Familia, baby.
And next,
Small clap.
small clap.
I'm right here next to you.
And on the left, his new teammate, the forward for La Familia. We got our boy Pat Klein in the building.
Yes, sir.
La Familia jersey up. No picture. All right. Well, we're going to start off by talking about last week, week 4, game 4. Mamba Nation was very upset.
So was this guy.
Hey.
Saw him in the comments.
Rightfully so. It was
Saw
a
him
great
in the
game.
comments.
Rightfully so.
a great game.
Mamba Nation. It was a great game by Alex.
Can I just say, it was a bye week. I didn't want to stress myself out. I did not force myself to get all the games out by Wednesday. My apologies, people. I'm a human. But go ahead.
I didn't have no film, no stats, so I couldn't do the graphics. So
Yep. And Tony didn't do the stats because he didn't have the footage. So,
Our
blame everybody.
Don't blame me.
But let's talk about it. Our man Alex Sanchez, 22 points, 22 rebounds,
That's
league
crazy.
record. We're not talking about a big man here.
That's very impressive.
We're not talking about a big
crazy.
man. We're talking about a guard. Backing him up, we got Dangerous Dre with 16 points. Losing effort, we got Josue with 25, and Ryan over here with 14 points. Now, going into the draft for Alex, nobody was very familiar with his game except for Pat. Pat drafts him second round. A lot of buzz, very shockingly. Do you still? Is that
Not second round.
Second overall.
second pick overall?
Yeah.
Second pick overall. Do you think he is still worth that now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very clearly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's very
Very
clear.
talented player.
Yeah.
Very talented player.
Very clear.
no doubt.
When you see the stats later, you'll also agree.
No, I agree. I definitely
The
agree.
dude is
Well, him
very
and
good.
Shane are a dynamic duo.
It's great. No hair, all buckets.
Yeah. They're two walking balls just walking around like great players.
Yeah.
Now-
Fun to watch.
Fun to watch. Now, for that team though, outside of Alex, we know Shane's a good player, but he usually does the ball facilitating. Who is that next guy for the Mambas?
Dre.
Easily.
Easily Dre.
Yeah, Dre
Dre's
hurt
dangerous.
us.
Was
He-
Dre-
yeah, he's
Dre
dangerous.
Fourth round pick.
Third.
Third round pick.
Second pick of the third round.
He went off in spurts against us and just really lit us up. You know, the close of half and then just big threes when.
What do you need from Dre for them to be successful? Is it just scoring?
He's a shooter.
Yeah, he's
you don't
lethal,
have to ask
man.
much more for him. When he's making buckets, what else do you need from him? He's not he's not a primetime defender, but his shooting makes up for him.
Yeah.
I think he's a good defender, yeah, but way better shooter.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you had to do something, force him to put it on the floor, just drive because any open look, even if it's not an open look, he's knocking it down. So.
Yeah.
And then, you got Kyle King in the middle. Big offensive presence.
Kyle surprised me. Some of his
Yeah.
post move, he looks a lot
He's
sharper.
playing with the All-Stars,
He's
man.
been looking
Confidence
good.
good.
He's got a
He's
lot
starting to
of
get comfortable. He's starting
Yeah.
to learn how to play down low.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to keep that ball up. Every time he brings it down, it's back on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, he's looking good though.
What happened with you guys? Like,
First of all, I
yeah.
shout out to the Mamas, man. They looked better than they did the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks, really just not much defense at all. I think we did a good job defensively, trying to limiting them to not score 90 points. But Chief being in foul trouble kind of hurt us a lot. Not having Lay, and then as we'll see later, the rebounding was a huge disparity. Offensive rebound, just easy putbacks for Alex, and we competed, man. It was a good game. Just like Dre hit a couple dagger threes before the half, and then like just Batman hit a dagger 3 on us. Like
Prince.
Pat hit three
Prince,
threes.
yep.
Prince hit a 3. It was they had 15 points, 5 threes just from those 3 guys, and it added up. So.
And how excited are you for your new teammates coming in?
It is what it is, man. I mean, Selling Nation basketball. Nah, I think it's good. Like, obviously,
Not Pat. Obviously, Yusuf.
you hate to see a guy like Boogie that's really bought in and really like a big part of the team and like wanted to be there, and then he gets traded. Like, it's hard to not get Yusuf, for Boogie just because of Boogie's a good player, a good role player, but Yusuf is a high caliber player. So even though he comes with baggage, sorry, my boy,
He gets buckets.
he gets buckets, man. The guy can go off for 30. So if could kind of control that and keep him level headed, I think maybe he can find a good spot on this team.
He just, as somebody that was a gorilla with Yusuf's one of my favorite teammates of all time. He's fully dedicated to win, which you need. Some people just don't care about winning, and Yusuf wants to win a championship.
Absolutely.
I think if Tone can keep him under control and not have him shoot, I think he shot like 68 shots or something in 2 games. That's a lot of
shots.
That's a lot of shots. And, he can drop 30, but he get your teammates going, and that's what he started doing with the Gorillas. So that was shocked when we found out Zane was trading him, because we did not expect it, but Zane was trying to trade him for 2-3 weeks prior, too. So when we got the trade notification, I was like, oh, okay, like Boogie's going to come in, Boogie's going to play hard.
Yep.
And then an hour later, I get a text saying, yo. And I said, this is just like in a, hey, from your girlfriend. Like, you're like, something's going on. Zane's like, La Familia wants you. And I said, all right, here I go. I said, there wasn't much of a choice. I mean, there was a choice. Zane asked me, he said, are you okay? Like, he's like, I don't want to trade you. He's like, I really want to keep you because you're one of my favorite players on my team. But I just took the opportunity. I said, you know what? Like, if another team wants me, why not test the waters?
Yeah.
I said, I don't mind playing with Yusuf because he does pass the ball. He does play good. And leaving the Gorillas was rough. I do love Zane. I love Chef, and a few of the other players were fun to play with. It's just I see a better chance to win a championship on La Familia than with that Gorillas basketball team. So I said, sign me up. Now I got a jersey on the way.
He does.
Now,
Yes.
Mike,
Shout out China.
you ref this game.
Oh, God. Did I? Did I?
It's a lot of backlash.
That was a tough one to
Let's get your
ref.
ref angle.
It was horrible. That was one of the worst games I've ever been a part of.
You said that,
in
too.
Every single aspect of it. And shout out for everybody for helping out. First and foremost, before I go on a rant of what a shit show this was, thank you guys for taking the time to help out. But god damn it, when the game started and Cass put 2 fouls for La Familia instead of 2 points, I knew we were in for a shit show.
Oh, boy.
Because he didn't know how to work it. And no discrediting him, he's never done it.
Nobody showed him, yeah.
Yeah, nobody showed him how to do it. I anticipated Sauce to be with them, but he was upset after the Makos game. But when I saw that, I'm automatically in panic mode as league owner. I'm like, this is going to be bad. Mm-hmm. So then I run over and I get Berg while I'm reffing your game. Berg, I need you over here right now. You got to show him what he's doing. Berg's in the middle of a conversation. Takes me like 5 tries to get Berg. Berg finally goes over there.
Shout out, Berg.
So now Berg's over there. Santi and Yusuf are doing the stat sheet.
Terrible.
No clue what the hell they're doing. In all fairness, Yusuf has ADHD, and Santi was just kind of there along for the ride. Yusuf is lost. Chief has 4 fouls. No, wait, I took a shit. Actually, he only had 3. I marked it again on accident. It's 3, but it's 4. But now they're in the 1-and-1,
Yeah.
but they're not in the 1-and-1. And it's like, trying to ref that game was an impossible task as the league owner. I definitely should have delegated that to somebody else so I could have overseen everything.
Best ref in the chat.
I was trying to do my due diligence. I was trying to play my part in the league and help out, but unfortunately, it was hard. It was hard. I know fans were upset. I overturned calls. I didn't overturn anything myself except for one on Boogie that I was incorrect about, but the amount of calls that were on the other side, it all evened out. There wasn't 7.5 minutes of clock runoff wherever that storyline has come from La Familia's camp. There was not. I watched the game back yesterday. There was not 7.5 minutes of unnecessary time runoff. Yes, there's time for subs. Yes, there's times for free throws. There's going to be clock runoff. That's what I'm trying to eliminate with the new rules. But overall, Trey's 8-second call that was 6 seconds counted like this, and then his charge call on Sway were the only 2 huddles that we had that weren't in the final 2 minutes of a half with stoppage. Those are the only 2 things that me and Nick didn't agree with that we went and had a conversation with. Outside of that, it didn't go smoothly, but it didn't go as badly from a ref standpoint as people are portraying it, or not people. La Familia is portraying it. I like La Familia, but don't blame the refs. You guys, Chief got in foul trouble, and that really, really hurt you guys. And you didn't have Lay, which really hurt you guys. I mean, in all fairness, you played a great game. Sway played his part. It didn't look like Sway did much, and then you look at the stat sheet and you're like, oh my God, he's a bucket.
He had a slow first half. I had a great first half, and
then
a
vice
donut
versa.
in the second half.
Yeah,
you know.
But that's how it goes when you have multiple people out there that can do that. You
Right.
guys just didn't have your best showing. I wouldn't blame the refs.
I would blame the refs for all
the
of
stoppage.
Chiefs' foul calls. No, I'm just no. He had
He
a
played
couple.
aggressive defense.
I think he plays how he normally plays.
Yeah.
And he is aggressive, and I think some of the hand motions are what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Maybe like the swiping down. Like maybe he doesn't make contact with the player, but just that motion
swipe
alone
down,
can
yeah.
kind of look
And
like a
that's-
foul.
That's why I'm one of the top guys in fouls all the time. I'll hit ball, but that motion
Right.
triggers it immediately to foul.
That's why I got in foul trouble when.
Ironically, that's usually when
I think
somebody
it
who
was
fouls
on-
a lot
I
usually
think it was the
says,
game against the
I
Panthers.
hit ball.
But it's true.
I think that's what
Sometimes
happened.
you hit ball. It's not every time you foul.
Well, that's what happened when we played the Panthers. I got 3 fouls.
No,
I hit
you're
the ball.
fouling. You're fouling.
No.
Yeah, but at least you won that game.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no,
Fuck
it was
the refs.
tough.
That was
Definitely,
nice.
Chief being out hurt us. You know,
Yeah,
because
he's such a key part.
he
to
is a dynamic part of the
Yes.
team. Where just taking pressure off of Sway, taking pressure off of me, opening things up for us, getting
giving the
shooters
ball to other
involved.
people. 100%.
Absolutely.
100%. He's a key to your team.
Right.
All right, let's move on. Can we move on?
well, to be fair, Eric, you're not my least favorite ref anymore.
I don't know.
Who
if
is
we,
it?
I don't know if we
Mike
talked
Mitchell.
about the Mambas enough.
We didn't
Might
talk
want
about
to
the
call
Mambas
them and
enough?
ask
Oh my
them.
God,
just-
Alex, you want to let me know in the chat if I
Can we
get
move
Someone
on?
call Alex right now.
Let
That
us
guy
He's in the
deserves.
chat. He's Hitman.
He's actually here. He's about
Alex,
to come in.
and we're gonna bring him in. No, but
Special
let us
guest.
know. Let us know in the chat if we spoke about the Mambas enough. If not, we'll spend the next 30 minutes speaking about
We'll
them.
just dedicate a whole podcast.
Yes,
Fuck.
shout out to Mambas. What are we getting into?
Conference standings. So
Conference
there's
standings.
some
Well, I guess
changes.
that's. Should I make that
Yeah.
announcement
Yeah.
first? So, as you see on the screen here, there is now an elimination of the bottom 2 seeds. Unfortunately, due to circumstances that I did not see coming, I hate to be that guy that changes things in the middle of the season because I pride myself on not making a promise and then not delivering on it. Celebration High School pulled out. Apparently, a month or 2 ago, it was Sundays are good. They're wide open. We don't do any events on Sundays. It's going to be no problem. You can't run a league there, but you can do a week or 2 from my credible sources that were involved in this. This week is now you can't do Sundays, only Saturdays. I can't really make the league on Saturdays because everybody took off Sunday to do that, so I couldn't make the playoffs on a Saturday. So we're going back to Silver Star, August 25th and September 1st for the playoffs. Unfortunately, Silver Star on August 25th and September 8th have leagues running throughout the end of September. So I could have either pushed back the league until October, and I called every gym in Orlando to figure out, every Orange County gym to figure out if there's another gym that we could go to. We have 12-3, so the first 2 games will be 2 versus 3 seed, 2 versus 3 seed on the 25th, and then it's going to be traditional playoffs September 1st, where it's semifinals, championship, well, 3-point shootout, championship, award ceremony. So it's back to what it was last season. Unfortunately, I did ask for the captain's approval. They said whatever I have to do to get the season going and get it done. I do apologize. I feel really bad that I made a false promise and I did not live up to my word. Not something I sit very well with, but this one was out of my control and it will not happen again. I will not take that chance with Celebration again, or any kind of a school in that regard. Everything has to be in writing. Everything has to be a contract. No more verbal commitments. But as far as the standings go, now we can take a look further into this. Everybody is still in playoff contention, so that's why it also kind of worked out. Ghost Riders obviously behind the Gorillas, but after all the trades, are the Gorillas going to be strong enough to make a playoff push, or did they lose their weapon and then not having Lay until the final week of the regular season? What is that going to look like for the Gorillas?
They'll
It's going to be
handle
big
it.
for Ghost Riders.
They'll handle it.
That's big for Ghost Riders. Now 1v1 and 1 have to step up now, definitely.
Ghost Riders need help. Ghost Riders, those 2
Do
need
you
help.
need help? Really?
I
I
feel
think
like
they got enough help around them.
I love the Ghost Riders lineup, but why is X sitting on the on the bench at the most of the
Yeah.
time. Like, he should be out there playing, and every time I look over, he's sitting. And no disrespect to any player on the team, but X is a very good basketball player.
Yeah. He's a good rebounder.
Yeah, he
always
made
get
the mistake
rebounding
at the
on
end and
court.
turned the ball over. I think it was against you guys. He turned it over. But simple mistakes happen. And I feel like him and John Kerry should be out there. They're the best 2 rebounders on the team.
Yeah.
Other than Juan, but Juan's got size. But I still feel like, as a former Gorilla, they still have a great chance to win. But I could be wrong. I think
fair.
Jeff takes over.
No, that's fair, but can they win 1 or 2 games, stay afloat, and can the Ghost Riders win 3 in a row to really get them back to where they need to be?
I mean, the way it sits, because you're only playing each team once,
Right.
they're in the same conference. If Gorillas lose the next 4 games, which I'm not saying they're going to, but hypothetical situation, they lose the next 4 games. They have a tough schedule remaining. Can the Riders win 1 and then beat the Gorillas? Because that's all they have to do. They only have to go 2-5.
I think they got
if the
the guys
Gorillas
to do
go
that.
2-5.
I think
I
the
think they
Ghost
got the
Riders
guys.
have
It's
the
just
lineup.
more like finding the rotations.
They have the lineup to beat the Gorillas.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to guard Juan. There's no size. I mean, you have Cass, who,
Oh.
but what other size do you have to keep up with
Yeah.
them?
Guess they can put Ty on him.
Ty, I forgot about Ty. But yeah, Ty's a great defender. They lost a lot of shooting. They've traded Kyle Arts. They traded Yusuf.
Pat Klein.
They traded me. I'm not I'm no JJ Redick, but honestly, who's the best shooter on the team now? Chef.
Dean.
Dean.
Inconsistently, but yes.
Yes,
I mean,
Dean has his.
Zane can spot
Dean's
him
hot.
also.
Dean's hot.
Yeah, Zane could spot him. Omar maybe.
All right.
All
All
right,
right.
chill.
Zane can if Zane's going to play.
Zane's got to play.
Zane's going to this
He
week
is going
because they
to.
don't have Lay and they don't have somebody else too. They're shorthanded. I think Omar. So they're 7-man roster. It's going to be tough.
So it may look like they may lose the next 4.
Listen, they
That's
lose
hard.
1 and Ghost Riders lose 1. Now they're in business.
Yeah.
The Ghost Riders are now in contention to just keep pace with them the rest of the way and beat them. And then they just beat them 1 time. So all they need, Ghost Riders right now next week have to win their game, and they need the Gorillas to lose, and then they're in a very good spot.
Who do the Ghost Riders play?
Ghost Riders play the Mambas, which means the Gorillas play the Reapers. You guys haven't played the Reapers?
Yeah, they were
Yep.
playing the Reapers.
Okay. So Gorillas Reapers, that's definitely going to be a tough game for the Gorillas.
And they're gonna have
And then
Brandon
Ghost
Brown.
Riders Mambas, that can go either way.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
very.
I'll be
that's a
cheering
very
for
good
him.
game.
I'll be cheering for him. Like I said,
Like Ghost Rider
I respect
always
everybody
knows.
on the team, but it's gonna be hard. They have the Reapers, the Ghost Riders.
Then it's the rest of their conference.
Yeah.
And then Familia Makos.
Yeah.
Well, Makos Familia, right? No, Ghost Riders is their last game. Actually, that works out perfectly. Ghost Riders is their last game. So they'll have Reapers and then Familia Makos in whatever order, and then they'll finish with Ghost Riders.
What's the
Funny
Ghost Riders
Mitch.
record right now?
0-3.
Mitch with the
Three.
And then
scripts.
the girls are 2-1.
I made the schedule this time.
And the girls are 2-1, so they got a 2-game lead on them.
But
Yeah.
because it's head-to-head matchup,
Yeah.
they really only have a 1-game lead.
It's interesting.
It's on the other
Gotta
side.
Keep an eye on it.
Other side is way tighter. We got 2-1 Dogs, and then 1-2 Panthers, 1-2 Mamas, 1-2 Reapers. All one
Wow.
game apart from each other. Obviously, finishing out the season puts the Reapers at the bottom, but like I said, it's going to be head-to-head matchups at that point. So these standings don't matter at all right now. The head-to-head matchups is what is going to matter coming down the stretch. I think in our conference, you win 4 games, you make it in.
Kyle
Yeah.
King with the aggressive intake.
What? What'd he say?
Hey, you know what, Kyle? Keep commenting. Just get the people in the
Get
chat
that
going.
algorithm going.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, I don't know what's going on in the chat now. But yeah,
Do you think it's tougher to make it to the playoffs?
in our
Or
conference,
yeah.
yes. Unless you're a Ghost Rider or Gorilla, yes.
Yeah.
I think the other 2 teams are in a very good spot. They both have very solid rosters. They're very strong. They have experienced captains. The other 2, obviously, Zane's a newer captain. Ghost is a newer captain. It's going to be tough for them to claw their way to the top of that conference.
The Makos are just dangerous right now. They smell blood in the water.
They do.
Till Sunday.
Till Sunday.
Panthers can swim. You got to remember
We
that.
went swimming.
Listen,
We went
I
deep sea
can't wait to see
swimming.
it. I think that's gonna be a good game.
We'll get there. We'll make some predictions here later.
Yeah,
I promise.
we'll end the podcast with that. You guys stay tuned in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure to
We're getting
like.
too far ahead of
Shout out
ourselves.
1v1.
Shout out 1v1.
Now let's go on to some all-time losing streaks.
Oof, sorry, guys.
Oof. Tough one.
Shout out Ant and
Yes.
shout out Tone. Ant brought this
Great idea.
brought this up to me as an idea. It's a great idea, and he sat down with Tone and they brainstormed this together. So, starting at the top of this list, the bandit himself, Noah Perez, 13-game losing streak. You go back to season 1. Chan Johnson on the purple team, then as a Green Cobra had a 12-game losing streak.
That's 3
Montel, he was a bandit, then he was a magician. This one technically isn't correct because he didn't play in 2 of our L's. So if he should realistically only be at 10.
Who?
Montel, because he
Yeah, I guess so.
and I typed out 12, but he didn't play in 2 of those games.
I do miss Montel.
I love Montel.
I do miss him.
Pat, you're
Yeah.
coming in there. You're tied as well. You got
Man,
12.
honestly, I am very shocked I'm not number 1 on that list.
Well, your captain is.
Oh my
He's not my captain anymore.
CJ.
Bandit for life.
Cornelius Bridges, shout out CJ, the old man himself, retired, 11. And then Dame coming up the rear, 10. An active losing streak was not there last week for the Panthers win. He is currently back to season 3, been losing. Season 3 championship, he lost to the Wolfpack. He lost every game as a Bandit. And then now he lost the first 2 as a Panther. Do both streaks stay going this week? The Mako's win streak and Dame's losing streak, or do they both get snapped?
They both get snapped.
Oh.
They both get snapped.
Makers are winning
Makos are on the 13-game
Is it
winning
13
streak,
now?
Wow.
right? 12 or
It
13?
was like 11, no, 12.
I don't know. 12 or
Maybe
13.
11.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
It's a
games.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
It's a lot of
Going
games.
into
Are we getting
But
into
you gotta
that?
think about it, 13 losses, that's what, 3 months of losing. Three months of every Sunday.
Yeah, well, Dame's going on 2 years.
You're right. Took a season off.
He took a season off and still is losing.
He doesn't deserve this slander.
And if you want to talk about the All-Star
He's a top.
games, he lost another 3 with us. So he's
Oh.
really losing.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Shout out Dave. I love
that
Dave.
snaps next week. Or this Sunday.
Gene, Noah's not playing this season. He just has a Gorillas jersey.
He was working at the park the other day, full uniform.
That's great.
I fully support it. I think he's going to make it a celebrity appearance at some point.
Well,
Why not throw him on Sunday?
Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Poor
The
Dave.
girls need an extra person.
All right. Are we ready to play?
Yes.
Are we ready to play? All right. We're going to do a new segment. One of our 2 games we have today. Eric set up one. I set up one. They don't know the answers to this, so Eric is going to play as well. It is called Name That Player. Since I don't have the buzzer, you guys have all played Flip Cup, I'm assuming. This is going to be your buzzer. You're going to flip the cup. First one in is going to be able to respond
bad.
first.
Oh.
Okay?
Got it.
So,
I don't know.
Each round? each
Should be
round will be
50,
worth
baby.
a certain amount of points. First 3 rounds are worth 1.
So
The
everyone
4th
get-
round is worth 2, and the final round is worth 4 points. It's a 4-part question. So if you get every single one right,
Dang.
yeah, it's gonna be. Some of these are gonna be hard.
2, 3, 4.
1, 1, 1, 2, 4.
Okay.
So if you get every part of it right, then you'll get all those points. If you miss one of them, we'll move on to the next person and go around in order. So after you flip your cup, keep going, because whoever gets the second flip will guess second if that person gets it wrong.
Okay.
All right. So,
I should drink. It's a lot easier when you drink and do this.
well, sorry. It's
Wait, you have the pictures of the people right
Oh,
there?
I got it right here. Don't worry. So we got
'Cause I think Eric can see all those
Well, no,
players
I'm
right
focused on my
now.
cup.
He knows
All
everybody
right,
now.
we're gonna. It's
Eric's
called.
out.
We're gonna start it one more time because I wanted to try to get the name of it together. So 3, 2, 1. Name that player. Beautiful. All right, the first one. Who has the most field goal attempts this season? Oh, who's bringing it in?
Got him. Yusuf.
All right, Yusuf, you are correct with 67 attempts. Will Brisky is leading the way here. That is our first one. Point goes to
I said
Ryan.
68, so.
Very close.
Yeah, very close.
Very close. All right, our second question. Who is the player with the most 4 points made this season? Oh,
I'll give
I think
you a
it's
shot,
Eric.
yeah.
I
This
think
is
Eric
actually-
got that.
This is
I'm
actually
going
embarrassing.
Daryl.
No.
Oh.
Question goes to you.
Makes?
Yes.
Shane.
No. Pat? Well, you didn't even get it right. All right.
Sway.
No.
Whoa.
Eric?
Nacho?
Nacho.
Nacho. What's he got?
3
2?
for 5.
3?
3 for 5 from the 4-point line this
damn,
season.
see?
Shout out Nacho.
I got the wrong brother.
Our next question here. Wait until I say go to flip it so they can see you. What captain has the highest field goal percentage? In 3, 2, 1, flip. Oh, Ryan.
Ryan, do you
Which
do this
captain
or
has
not?
the highest field goal percentage? Keep
This
flipping.
this season's
This season.
captain.
No minimum attempts.
Jesus. Wait, is no
3,
Gotta be
2,
Luke.
1. No,
It's me.
it's you.
It's
Eric. Eric leading the way.
Really?
sir.
What's he got? Like 2 attempts?
He's at 50% shooting on the season.
50%.
Most of the captains are actually above 40%, so shout out the captains.
The Caps are solid.
All right. Stream is lagging pretty bad, they say. It's probably because of the graphics.
Dang it, try to have some fun.
I know, you try to have fun. Next time, I'm not going to do the audio or the video part of it. I'll just do the question mark. All right, next question. What 2 players have played for a different captain in all 6 seasons? It's getting difficult now.
Wait, what?
They've played every season. They played all 6 seasons, and in every season they played for a different captain. There's only 2 players. Fadi's one of them.
Alright.
Go ahead.
So they've been around since the beginning.
Yes, they're an OG.
I
They
don't
played
think
in
I know
every
the
single
history
season.
enough.
Chan.
Chan, yes.
Yeah,
Point to
go
each of you.
on.
Great job.
Nice.
Wow, very
I was about to
impressive.
say Kyson.
Chan
I had to think of people
and
that have
Fadi.
been
Kyson played
around.
for the Reapers twice. He
Mm.
played for the Reapers again this season.
I had to think like of people who've been around that long.
Yeah, it's very few and far between. This next one is definitely going to trip you guys up. It is a 4-point question. Currently,
Am I winning?
you have 1, correct?
1,
You have
2,
Two?
1.
1.
2-1.
Yeah.